Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Baba.
Okay. The meeting is going live on the Facebook. Da, 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 da.
Recording in progress.
Rita Kohli, Jai Baba. Okay, folks, it's time to start. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Janice,
Yes,
could you do us the honor for the prayer, please?
yes. जय मेहर बाबा। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक का अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक, और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाएं। और तू हम सबकी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दृढ़ता से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Beloved Baba, we invite you to come and take over the conducting of this meeting. We have today your very own Mr. Jimmy Khan, who will be enlightening us with his lucid talks. Before that, I would like to, all of us, to send out a small prayer for all our members and the entire humanity who are going through hospitalizations and illnesses and sufferings of one sort or the other. Baba, उन पे रहम कीजिए. Please have mercy on all of us, is what I beg of you. Now, please take over the conducting of this program and make it happen as per your choice. Thank you. Jimmy Khan, please take over.
Jai Baba, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday Bombay Center session. The Khan family met Meher Baba in 1960. When I talk about Khan family, I'm referring to my mother, Khurshid Khan, my sisters, Dinah and Bepsi, and yours truly. I'll take you back more than 50 years, more than 55 years, when in mid-50s, our father, Firoz Khan, passed away. He was 50 and my mother was only 40. You got to imagine that my mother must have been in wreck and ruins. She had 3 children to look after, and within a weeks of father's illness, is gone, and mother was truly devastated. At this point in time, she didn't know where to look. She didn't know who to talk to, who to approach. Family was there, friends were there, but nevertheless, yet. So Hossein Patel, our Sam Patel's Kaka, and Arish's grandfather, G.B. Patel's father, Hossein Patel was my mother's family friend. And Hossein told my mom that Khurshid, why don't you come to Kamu Baba? He is a genuine saint and he will help you. He will help. We as a family were not very orthodox. We didn't pray from Avesta. Let's be honest. So we were not, we were just not very religious. Let's put it this way. So mom had nothing to lose. So she said, okay, Hosang, I will come. So we fast forward on a Sunday morning with Hosang Patel and the four of us. We are at Kamo Baba's ashram at Goregaon. And I still remember there was a long queue and we are just gradually moving ahead. And then finally Hosang Patel gives his greetings to Kamo Baba. And he says that Kamo Baba, this is Khorshid and her three children. So my mom meets Kamo Baba. And the first and only question that Kamo Baba asked my mother was, Tana Sujo is. Kamo Baba would talk in Gujarati because I understand his wife was a Parsi and he had many Parsi followers. So Baba asked her, Tana Sujo is, Su maage tu? So my mother said, Mane antarnu gnana. Imagine this widow, young widow who has three children standing behind her. She's not asking for something for her children or you look after them, nothing. She just says, Manantarnu gnana. Now what this proves is, which I realized much later, that our mother must have been so right, so alive to embark on spirituality, that of all the things that she asked was, show me inner light, give me inner knowledge, Manantarnu gnana. And Kamo Baba was the right person to ask for this boon. And that proves that he was a genuine saint. So Kamo Baba asked my mom to bend down and my mom bends down and Kamo Baba runs his thumb like this on my mother's. This is where your third eye is. Effectively, he opened my mother's third eye. Then the three of us met. We come back home. And this was only a one-off meeting with Kamo Baba. People would wonder why we didn't go to Kamo Baba again, because he was the one who opened my mother's third eye. But let that be. Let's move on. Now, Rhoda Mistry, Anava's Dada Chandji's younger sister, Rhoda Mistry was my mother and my Masi's family friend. So she comes, and they knew each other, but the friendship was kind of, over the years, friendship had become disjointed. So she walks into our lives once again, and she would come to our house twice a week from 1 to 6. And non-stop, she would talk about Meher Baba to my mother. And my mother was like a sponge. She was ready for Meher Baba, absolutely. And she absorbed everything that Rhoda said about the Dada Chandji family story. Rhoda's kaka was Baba's first secretary, Chandji. So that tells us how close the Dada Chandji family was with Meher Baba for very many years, very, very many years. So mom listens to all these stories, and Rhoda would bring some pamphlets, some Baba's pictures, some booklets, and so on and so forth. Some were in Gujarati, some were in English. Mom didn't know English. So myself and Dinah would read and explain to Mom about what the book is all about. So Mom had seen Baba's photo by this time. So she would start meditation. She would just close her eyes. And when she closed her eyes, she saw Meher Baba in front of her. She saw Meher Baba in front of her. And Mom told me once, that I see Meher Baba as small as a matchbox and as large as a skyscraper. Mind you, this is before we met Meher Baba. This is before we saw Meher Baba, we met Meher Baba. But she would see Meher Baba. She was that ready because she had seen Meher Baba's photographs. So this went on, and Rhoda must have told mom that Khorshid, every summer we go to Pune, we go to Guru Prasad, where Baba comes three months of the year. Would you also like to join? And mom must have said, of course, I've been wanting to meet Baba. So to fast forward, we are in the summer of 1960, we are at a place called Mobo's Hotel. Now, this is where all the Parsi families, they took a room each for 2 to 3 months. My mother took one room. So this is where we lodged ourselves for 2 months. And Mobo's Hotel was very, very close to Guru Prasad. Let's say 5 minutes walk, 7 minutes walk. It was that close to Guru Prasad. On Bun Garden Road, a leafy boulevard, a very lovely and beautiful road. So this is where we are. Now in the evening, the same day evening, Rhoda auntie takes us, all 4 of us. We walk down the road. We are outside Guru Prasad. And Rhoda auntie tells mom that, you see, Khorshid, you see this Guru Prasad ahead of you, in front of you. This is where Baba is, because Baba had already come by then. Baba had already come. Just 1 second. Baba had already come in Guru Prasad. So mom knew where Guru Prasad is. Sorry. So the next day or the third day, those who had met Meher Baba already in the earlier years, they all go in the morning. They are invited, so they go in the morning. They are at Guru Prasad in the Mandle room. There was a small room called Mandle room. Now I use the word invited. So some of you may wonder, what is this invited? Do you need an invite to see Meher Baba? And the answer is yes. In the sense that when we met Meher Baba in the small Mandle room, this was, I hope I'm using the right word, this was by invite, and this was exclusive. Only those who were invited would go there. So we were not invited, so we don't go. So the changes, the mysteries and kambatas and all those people were with Meher Baba. So Baba is asking Rhoda, is there anyone else? Just come with you. And Rhoda says, Baba, my Jim is here. Her husband's name was Jim. My Jim is here. My boys are here. And Baba, for the second time, he says, anybody else has come? Anybody else has come? Rhoda says, we are all here. The whole family is here. Then Baba pointedly says, mind you, they are in a room, in a closed room. And Baba pointedly says, the lady at the gate, is it? Isn't she with you? Hasn't she come with you? And then it struck Rhoda that Baba is meaning Khorshid Khan. Rhoda didn't know that mom and we have come and we are standing outside Guru Prasad. Because she had no way to know. That Baba told her, is she not with you? And she said, sorry, Baba, I was frightened because I didn't take your permission. I didn't write to you to bring her. Baba said, it's okay. The next time you come, bring her along. Now, what is this next time? The point is that we were not called all 7 days in the morning to Guru Prasad. Baba would call people, let's say in rotation. Today he calls people from Mobo's Hotel. Next day he might call his loved ones from Pune, from Ahmednagar, that kind of a rotation. So we would be called, let's say, roughly twice in a week in the mornings. And on Sunday evenings, there was nothing like invite. Sunday evenings, afternoons rather, from 2 to 6, there would be a ghazal program, there would be a Qawwali program, and this would happen in the central hall of Guru Prasad, where 200, 300 people came. All Baba lovers were, it was like an open house. You can come on Sunday afternoons, but on weekdays only when you are invited. So the next day or the third day, the whole of Dada Chandji clan. So Rhoda tells mom that let's go, you also come today. But Rhoda told mom one thing, namely that when you meet Baba, you don't touch his feet, you don't fall at his feet. You just be natural. Just be natural. As if you're meeting your father or whatever it is, just be natural. But don't touch Baba's feet, don't hug him, etc. So mom knew about it. Now we are at Guru Prasad. We are on the veranda, and there are 20, 30 people on the veranda. The moment mom realized that there's a motley crowd of this many people, because the door was still closed. The monthly room door was closed, with the result, nobody could go in. And mom is very despondent. She is very frustrated, disappointed, because in her mind's eye, she wanted to meet Baba all alone with the children. She didn't want to meet Baba. She wanted a private audience. Let's put it this way. She didn't want to meet Baba in the first time. She wanted a private meeting, not in front of 20, 30 people. So mom tells herself, that I don't want to meet Baba now. I rather go back. I rather go back to the hotel. I rather come some other time. I don't want to meet Baba like this. The moment mom thought of this, the door opens. Erach uncle comes out and he makes an announcement that those who are here for the first time can come and meet Baba. Now, it so happened that the Khans were the only people who were there for the first time. So mom and the three of us entered the room. Baba is seated there. The moment Baba saw my mother, he threw his arms open. He threw his arms open, and my mom very spontaneously fell into Baba's arms. She fell into Baba's arms, and Baba closed his arms on her. And then mom started crying and crying and crying. And she was wailing. She was not crying, she was wailing. She was crying so loudly, she was wailing. And the three of us, we were stunned. We were absolutely stunned. We didn't know what happened to mom. She was wailing away. And everyone outside, the women, everyone must have heard her cry. And she cried and cried and cried. I would say for almost a month, she cried. And she was on Baba's shoulder, and she must have messed up Baba's shoulder and the sadra. And gradually she started sighing. She was sobbing, and so that is when Baba let go of her. And then the three of us hugged Baba one after the other. First Dinah, then me and Pepsi. It's been more than 55 years. But that hug is still alive. I can feel that hug today also. It's something that doesn't go off your system. It's like that. Then mom is still sobbing and wiping her tears with her hanky. So at this time, Baba says, you don't have to worry from now onwards. They are mine, I will look after them. Baba said, they are mine, I will look after them. The same thing happened with Karadia's if any widow came with her children, Baba would say that don't worry, I will look after your children. So this is what Baba said for us also. And then Baba looks at my sisters who were quite skinny also at that time. So he tells Dheeraj to go and call Goher. Goher, we all know, was a physician, Baba's physician. So Goher comes and says, yes, Baba. So Baba points out these two girls and says, how do they look? Just go and check them physically, see if everything is wrong with them. The all-knowing is telling a doctor to check them and tell him if everything is good with them, everything is okay. And then Baba is telling my mother also, tame bhi jao. So they go to the women's side where the girls would be checked, and Mama also goes. And this is the first time that Mama, Diana, and Pepsi, they met the women monthly. Right from Mera, Mani, Naja, Rano, Khorshid, Goher. There were two Khorshids, Katie, you name it, and they were all there. So for the first time, Mom and Diana and Pepsi meets all the women monthly. In the meantime, the door is open. Everybody's allowed to come in and sit down. And then they come back and Goel says, Baba, everything is fine with them. They are okay. They are healthy. There's nothing wrong. And Baba says, sit down, sit down. So they also take their seat. So this is our very first visit with Meher Baba. And three things we observe out of this first story. One is that when Mom said, I don't want to meet Baba like this, immediately the door opens and only the Khans walk in. So that is one grace from beloved Baba. Secondly, there's no protocol now. Baba opens his arms and let Khorshid Khan fall into his arms. And he hugs my mother, our mother, as long as she cried. He didn't let go of her. And the third thing that Baba cared for my sister is calling a doctor. Yeah, he also told Mom, don't worry about them. I will look after them. And fourthly, he calls a doctor to check the girls. So the first impression is the lasting impression. This is what and this is how God in human form behaves with his loved ones. So this is our first story. Okay, is there anyone else, anyone who wants to ask anything? I'm through with my first story.
Anybody wants to ask any questions, please go ahead.
I think I'll move on.
Okay.
Yeah. The next year at the same place, monthly room, Baba did not find me. So he's asking Mom, where is Jimmy? And Mom says, and we would talk to Baba in Gujarati. Every one of us would talk to Baba in Gujarati because most of us were Parsis then. So Mom says, Baba, SSC no result aayu the college my admission lewa gyo. So Baba nodded and the next day I'm back in Pune. Okay, now I'm in first year commerce. I'm in HR college. And this is a story of one of those days. Now, we talk about the correspondence. We talk about the letters and the telegrams, etc., postcards that came to Baba. Either they were addressed to Mera and Mani, eventually for Baba, but either they were addressed to Mera and Mani or to Erech Uncle or to Bhav. Erech Uncle and Mani Auntie would handle the English correspondence. And Bhavji would handle Hindi and Marathi correspondence because Bhavji was good at Hindi and Marathi. So, and how did this work? They would open the letters, they would open the envelopes, they would go through the letters, they read the letters. With the result, they know the contents of the letter. They don't have to fumble in front of Meher Baba trying to decipher the language or the handwritings. So they are prepared. So one day we are seated and Erech Uncle brings a pile of envelopes and correspondence. And after the pleasantries are exchanged, Baba tells Erech, go ahead, means start with the correspondence. So the first letter, the second letter, and Baba's response would be in brief. His response would be in brief, and Erich uncle did not write down the responses. He did not write. It would go right here, and that's it. And then when during his free time, he would use his free time to write the letters and start in his own inimitable style and write to everyone. So the third letter, and Erich uncle says, Baba Jimmy has written a letter. And I'm right there, right in front of him, not even 6 feet away. So he looks at me and says, what have you written? So I said, Baba, I want to be a pilot. You want to be a pilot? You know, he was very animate with his eyes, with his facial expressions, with his hands. So nothing much needs to be told. You want to be a pilot? You want to fly? Then he says, Erich, go ahead and read. So my letter is read out in public. And now the funny story starts. Before Baba could react, I don't know how my mom must have reacted about this, because I didn't tell her, because she would never have allowed me to write a letter to Baba. She would never have. So I just wrote on a slide. So mom must have been very shocked to hear this. So before Baba could interact with me, react with me, I'm maybe 19, 18, 19, 20. And there are these top guns of those days. So one of them says, Baba, don't say yes. Don't say yes, Baba. Don't allow him. Don't say yes to him. Then the other guy says, Baba, your loved ones have died in air crash. Rhoda Mistri's brother had died in air crash. And so Baba very animately, very attentively listening to them, absorbing what they are saying, very animate. Then the third guy says, Baba, planes don't come down every day. They don't crash every day. Sam Patel wouldn't have been alive.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. So he says, Baba, let him be. If he wants to be a pilot, let him be. Don't disappoint him. So Baba absorbs this. Baba listens to all this. Then he looks at my mother, who's 4 feet away from him, and says, well, it's once again very evident what Baba says, that these guys are putting their 2 cents in. You are his mother. You don't say a word. You don't say you are his mother. Then my mom says, Baba, tamne jem gametan. Tame ha keso to ha. Tame na kev to na. Now, try and, nahi, Baba's mom said, Baba, tomorrow tame decide karo. You know, Baba had said on the first day that they are mine. I'll look. So mom says the same thing. Tame decide karo, you decide. Now, mom was from middle class, lower middle class family, a widow. She didn't have the money to make her son a pilot. But whatever it is, she just said, yes, tame keto. So Baba looks at me and says, Bo Patlo, you're very weak and skinny. To be a pilot, you got to be strong, you got to be sturdy, got to have a lot of energy. Then he says, he didn't say no to me. He didn't say no to me, Mark. Then he did like this. What else can you do? What else can you do? And I'm already in Commerce College, so he didn't mean that I would do BCom. Well, he meant was career. So I said, Baba, I'll do CA. The moment I said, Baba, I'll do CA, Baba said, very good, very good, very good. Then he said, if you do CA, people will respect you. Then the second thing he said was, he was sitting on a sofa chair, like, so he puts his hands on the arm of the sofa and he says, you'll sit on a big chair. Baba said, you'll sit on a big chair if you do CA. And the third thing Baba said was that you'll make good money. So my fate is sealed then. So this is it. So this is my story about my being a pilot and not being a pilot. Okay, we move to next year. We are in, I'm in intercommerce, and exam is over, intercommerce exam is over. And summertime, so my result is out. I'm at Mobo's Hotel, and the result is out, and I'm declared failed. I failed in that exam. And I felt extremely bad about it. I felt very bad about it because there were other children, they all had passed, and I was the only one who failed. So I felt very miserable, and I started crying at Mobo's Hotel. So the word goes to Baba saying that Jimmy is crying over here. And Baba said, call him over. So someone shakes me up. Please, give me a minute, please. I'm sorry. Give me a minute.
Folks, we would like more of interaction. So anybody wants to pause, ask questions, make the speaker pause, it will be fine. So please don't just sit back and make this a one-on-one. Let all of us participate in this.
Sorry. Would anyone want to say something, or shall I finish this story?
Go ahead, Jimmy. Nobody wants to.
Okay. So I'm asked to go to Guru Prasad because Baba is calling me there. So I go to Guru Prasad, and Aloba is doing the para. In the sense, he's on the veranda, and he knew that I was coming. So he calls me from the central entrance, from the main entrance. Now, every time we went to meet Baba on weekdays, we went from the side entrance, and the Mandali room was just there. So we would go from the side entrance. But today I'm asked to go from the central steps. So I go there, and he tells me to go into the central hall. So I quickly remove my shoes, and Baba is there in the central hall. Now, in the central hall is naturally empty, a big hall, and there's a dining table. Baba is seated at the dining table, and Goer is standing with him. There has got to be a mandali to translate Baba's gestures. So somebody has to be there all the time. So Goher is there, and I approached Baba, and Baba said, what happened? So I am explaining Baba what happened. The economics paper was very tough, and I must have failed in economics paper. In those days, if you failed in one subject, just one subject, you repeat the whole year. And your next, and there is no ATKT. Many years later, ATKT came, but in those days, there was no ATKT. And the next exam would be in October. And even if you cleared your exam in October, you have to wait for another 6 months till June to start your next academic year. So you lose one full academic year. So I'm trying to tell Baba. Now, in the meantime, what happens is that someone calls Goher inside the ladies' wing. So Goher excuses herself, and she goes away. She goes away, and Mayor Baba and me are all alone in the central hall. And Baba's trying to tell me something through his gestures. His fingers would fly. His fingers would literally fly. Now, I couldn't get what Baba's trying to say. So he's doing it for the second time again. I draw a blank. He did it, I think he did for the third time. I felt so stupid. I felt so bad about it. I said, sorry, Baba, I can't do it. So anyway, so he asked me to get up. So I get up, and on the table, there was a plate full of sliced mangoes. So Baba picks up one slice of mango, and he gives it to me, which I hold, and then Baba says, sit down. So here is me Here is me and Meher Baba, all alone, all alone. Incidentally, Bepsi and Mama have also been with Meher Baba all alone, without any monthly, but they were together. Here I am with Meher Baba all alone. And I've been a Babalo for most of my life. And I only come to know of a handful of Babalas who have been with Meher Baba all alone. By all alone, we mean not even the monthly, not even, just he and you, that kind of all alone. Pratap has been one, Roda Mystery has been one, the Arab Satta has been one. So very, very, very few have had this, what do you call it, pleasure, had this privilege of being with the loved one all alone. So I'm there with him all alone. And after a while, Goher comes. Baba tells us something. She translates. I think what Baba said was that I will help you financially for your extra tuition, extra coaching. I think that is what Baba said. And then Baba gave my mother 300 rupees for my education, and out of which one note of 10 rupees is still with us. Mom saved this 10 rupees for posterity. So that 10 rupee note is still with us. It's in the book as well. So that's that. So this is my story with Meher Baba, a privileged one to be with him, a very privileged one to be with him. Now I move on to other story. Before that, I give a pause, Sam.
Anybody?
Yeah, I will ask. Hi, Jimmy, Parent Jai Baba.
Parent Jai Baba Parent.
Jimmy, take a few minutes and describe this time. I know you told us you are alone with him, with Baba. Just tell us if you remember the feeling.
The feeling.
The feeling. What
See,
did you
I'll be very honest with you.
see?
At that point in time, I didn't know, I honestly didn't know that this is a 1 in a million privilege.
Yeah.
Let me be very honest. That time I didn't know. It didn't. I was still raw with Meher Baba. I was hardly 20 years old. So that time I didn't realize the importance and the rarity of being with Meher Baba all alone. In fact, I'd never been with Meher Baba with even the monthly. So that time I didn't know the history of Baba lovers and how they met, etc. So I'll be honest, I took it very casually. I didn't know what was to be with Meher Baba all alone. Now, there's something I didn't want to tell, but since parent is asking me, I was narrating this story to an American lady. We were on video chat. And as I was saying that I was narrating this story, she said, Jimmy, it was Baba who failed you. I repeat, this lady said, before I could say anything, she said, Jimmy, it was Baba who failed you. And the way she looked at it, the way I look at it now also, in the sense that Baba failed me. Now this is only a conjecture, my and her conjecture. Baba failed me so that I could cry and I would cry and the word would go to Baba and Baba would call me and Baba would do something by which Goher is pushed off the room. So he and I are together in one room, all alone. And during this 1 minute or 2 minutes, maybe, either through this mango slice or otherwise, something flowed from Baba to me. Baba telling me that one day send you all over, and you will narrate all the stories, all that you see with me happening all around. You will narrate all the stories, including your being with me today and now.
Arey wah. Uh,
That must have flowed. He must have said that I'll send you all over and I will make you a speaker. I was never a good speaker. And during my school, college lives, I never took part in debates and elocutions. I was a very shy boy. But then that slice of mango possibly grew into a tree in me. And now very confidently, wherever I've gone, bigger the crowd, the better for me. It kind of charges me. If there are 1,000 people, it charges me much more. So maybe this is my answer briefly, that I didn't notice it that time, but it dawned on me much later as to how blessed I was to be with him. Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
You gave us little more stuff. Thank you. Jai Baba.
thank you. I didn't want to talk about it, but you prompted me.
So Baba prompted you.
That's true.
That's all.
Okay.
Jai Baba.
The summer has ended, and this will be on 30th of June, mostly. And I would have gone from Pune because I had my school or college. So mid-June, the schools and colleges would open. So I would not be at Pune or Guru Prasad. But I don't know how I was there. Or maybe Baba left early, I don't know. So this is the last day when Baba leaves. And we were invited to see him off. Normally, Baba would not meet people at Guru Prasad. Everybody knows about it. He would stop his car at Bun Garden, and under the banyan tree, Baba would be seated or standing, and everyone met Baba there. They would perform Baba's Aarti, and then from the Bun Garden bridge, he would go towards Pune Nagar Road. But this time I'm going to see him off. I'm at the gate of Guru Prasad, and at the gate, there are three local women, three local ladies. And being a teenager, I get this crazy, you know how teenagers are. So I get this crazy idea that I'm the privileged one, I'm the close one, and these locals are not invited, I'm invited. So I go in, and something very unusual in the sense, Baba is on the veranda. Baba is seated on the veranda. Normally, you don't see Baba seated on the veranda. He's always in Mandli Hall or in Central Hall or Mandli Room. So here Baba is on the veranda, and there is no Mandli. I presume they were inside doing the last minute packing, etc. So the Mandli is not there. And a few of us are there. By the time I enter, few of them had already taken Baba's darshan. And I also take Baba's darshan. I had taken some loose flowers with me. So I put them at his feet, and that's it. No touching business. And then I move on the side. Then others started coming. And one guy bowed down and touched Baba's feet. The moment he touched Baba's feet, Baba was, you didn't know you're not supposed to touch my feet. And this man was so startled, he was so apologetic. He said, Baba, forgive me, please. I really didn't know. I'm so sorry. He was almost on breaking point. So Baba says, I forgive you. It's okay. So he moves on, very, very upset about himself. Then Baba said, since he has touched, let the others also touch. So they are also touching Baba's feet. And then one of the Mandli comes and tells something to Baba in his ears. So Baba says, what that Mandli said was that, Baba, there's a small crowd at the gate, and they would also like to have your darshan. Baba said, it's okay, let them come. So they all come, and these three locals, they also come and they also touch Baba's feet. Now, my jaw drops. My jaw drops because I was the privileged one. I was the close one. I was the insider. I was the invitee. And I don't touch Baba's feet. But these three locals, they merrily touch Baba's feet. They put their head on Baba, who knows. So my jaw drops. What happened to the special one? See how Baba so spontaneously crushes your ego. Crushes your ego. That you are nobody. In plain and simple language, if Baba was speaking, you would have said, you are Mr. Nobody. Don't manma khan na kha. So this is it. Then Baba said, since everybody has touched, those who have not touched my feet can also come. So I'm one of those who had not touched Baba's feet. So I'm the second last, I still remember, I was the second last to have touched Baba's feet. I was the second last to have touched Baba's feet. Now, please give me one moment in case someone wants to say something. Give me a second. I'm very sorry. Yeah, sorry. Now, at this point in time, I'd forgotten to put my charger. At this, yeah, Archana, go ahead, Archana.
Yeah, Jai Baba Jimmy. I
Jai-
just had a question at this juncture. What was the reason why Baba never allowed anyone or never wanted anyone to touch his feet? Was that ever specified by him?
No.
No.
No, it has never been told. And I've not even read about it. During the decade I was there in the 60s,
Right.
there was no mention. It's only when Baba wanted it could
Right.
happen, but not otherwise. I'm sorry, no, the answer is no. It has not been discussed. Yeah, Yasmin.
Thank you.
Yasmin.
Yeah, to answer Archana's question, I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere in Baba literature, and I've read it in other spiritual literature as well, that when you allow someone to touch your feet, you are taking on their karmas. And if you want to protect yourself, then you don't allow anyone to touch you. At least that's my understanding of it. And I'm pretty sure I've read it in Baba's literature as well.
My response to this is that if you are an ordinary saint, if you are a saintly person, if you are an ordinary saint, saints have limitations. Saints have limitations. Therefore, they do not want to take karmas of the others. Baba had no limitations. Baba is the only one. He had no limitation. He could take the whole world's karmas and still be Meher Baba. So this is my response. Okay, I'll carry on the same story further. At this very spot where we were on the veranda, I am there. There's a crowd, of course, but Baba's brother Behram's son Sheru. Sheru was the elder brother of Sorab and Rustam, and Sorab and Rustam's elder brother. So Baba is trying to tell Sheru, he does like this. And then he says something. And Sheru draws a blank. He draws a blank. He didn't understand what Baba was trying to say. There's no one from the Monday. And I said, it's like a triangle. Baba, myself over here, and Sheru. So I said, Baba, Sheru is trying to say that, remember, I am God. I caught that sentence. And the moment I said, Baba says that, Baba immediately looked at me. Then he looked at Sherwin and said, you heard what Jimmy said? Get it in your thick skull that I am God. Now you'll ask me, were you always reading Baba's gestures? And my answer is small words like love and such other things. Never a sentence, never a sentence. I'm not bragging, but I must have seen Baba doing thousands of gestures, thousands literally, over a period of the whole decade. And not once did I break the code of his sentence, not once. But this sentence, the highest of the high sentence, I am God. That I decoded, let's put it this way. And I'm so happy about it. See, the other sentence is, well, any sentence coming from Baba is a sentence, but this was the highest an avatar could do. Namely, I am God. Now you'll ask me, how did it go? This is I. So this is I. This is A. This is M. I am. This is G. This is G. O. D. Well, it looks very simple. It is very simple, but somehow I got it. So, Jai Baba to that. I'm happy I did it. I'm really happy that I did it. I'm really happy. Okay, so we move forward. Yep, Mom was in hospital once. So Baba tells Arnavas Dada Chanji to go and see Khurshid Khan in the hospital. And Arnavas comes to Parsi General Hospital. She sits with Mom for almost a couple of hours, kind of talking to her. And then finally she says, well, Mom, she did say that Baba mane mokli, but finally she said, Khurshid, tamne ke paisa jois, can I help you? Mane Baba kahyu, can I help you? Tamne motto kharcho thayo se. You must have spent a fortune on operation and being hospitalized. So what happened this time was that this summer, Baba had not called us. Nobody was called during the whole of the summer. And my mom, our mom, would collect money through the year and would save to stay in Pune for 2 months. She would do that. She would save money. Now, Baba didn't call us. So that money which she had saved, she used for her operation and medicals. So she said, Arnavas, thank you so much. But mari paase che, Baba bolavia nathi, te mari paase paisa che, unte mate kharche. So that's that. This is how Meher Baba works. Now, this is Dinah's story. Goher tells Dinah that I would like to physically examine you. So she examines Dinah and she finds nothing wrong with her. She was just underweight, emaciated, whatever, but she was okay. She was basically healthy. So after examining Dinah, Goher says, Dinah, there's nothing wrong with you. You are perfectly healthy. There is possibly something in your mind. Tell me what it is. Be honest, be frank. I'm like your mother. Tell me. So Dinah says that I'm in love. Yes, so what about it? Everybody falls in love. Mom doesn't like the boy. So she says, why? What's wrong? Take a cigarette, please. Our friend also smokes, but we won't discuss that.
Cheers.
So, a cigarette, please. So she said that it is to. Anyway, so of course, the word goes to Baba. And the next time Mama and Dinah and the others are seated in the Mandli room, Baba's asking Mama pointedly, what's your problem with Dinah? in the
Oh.
open. Baba had this habit of everything in the open. So he says, what's your problem with Dinah? So Mama says, Baba mane chokro નથી ગમતો. શું છે? What શું થયું? તે કહે છે બાબા cigarette પીએ છે. You know, we passes, we don't take the fire in our mouth. Now that was 50 years back. So the moment Mama said a cigarette pH, now in this room of 20, 25 of us, Baba is pointing to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Even Iraj used to smoke for very many years. We know that. So Baba says, they are all smoking and they are all mine. What is wrong with smoking? So Mom got stumped. She didn't have any answer. So she says, Baba, and Baba said, "Ye hero che, he's a nice boy, do it." So Mama had nothing to say. She said, Haji Baba. And Baba said, Baba did like this. Paisa che lagan karvano hu apun. Shall I give some money for her wedding? Mama said, Nahi ji Baba, main bacha wala che, I've saved, I will do it. Now it so happened that their marriage was fixed in December 1969. And Baba moved on in Jan 69. So between Mama and Dinah, there was a turmoil. Su kariye, kariye ke nahi kariye. So they wrote to Mera my money, asking for advice, seeking advice. Mom would always write, Dinah would always write. So they said, it's okay, the life goes on, life will go on. Karina ko, don't worry about it. Don't worry, Karina ko. So that's how in the December of 69, Dinah and Manchi got married. So this is her story.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
eventually Manchi did stop smoking, no?
Yeah, overnight.
Oh.
I don't know how people can do it overnight. Whenever I advise people, I say reduce one, after 1 week, reduce one, after another week, reduce one. But he just, I don't know what made him do that. Overnight, he stopped, overnight. And he didn't think about it twice. He never touched cigarette thereafter. Even the packet which was in his house, he kind of disposed it of. He never, anyway, that's that. Okay, we were very new with Baba in the sense, we are talking about 1962. We came to Baba in 1962 November, East-West gathering. And for the first time, we are far, far away from Baba. We would be 4 to 6 feet away, 10 in the central hall, we would be maximum of 10 feet away from Baba, but we are way back. Because at the East-West gathering, there were compartments state-wise. Even Bombay had a compartment which was way back. Compartment in the sense, a block. Blocks were made and there were nameplates and you have to go and sit in that block. So we were very far. So Mom gets this crazy idea that if Baba is the God, if Baba is ultimate God, he should call me. There are thousands of people, over 10,000 people. My mom is not one of the 2 corsets that were in the Mandli. My mom is not a volunteer. She was just like you and me. She was one of the pilgrims on the path. They had come for this East-West gathering. And sure enough, when she got this thought, there's an announcement from the stage where Baba was seated. Khurshid Khan, you're wanted in Guru Prasad. Khurshid Khan, wherever you are, come to Guru Prasad. That's it. That's it. Now, you'll ask me, why was Khurshid Khan called? Why was your mother called? And it so happened that it had rained. And it had rained and all the Westerners got soaked. to the bone. And these ladies had brought some saris from Berazad. By ladies, I mean the Mandli. Baba told them when they left Berazad, Baba told them to get all the good dresses that we had, saris that we had. And they're wondering that never before have we taken the best of the clothes. It was Baba asking this time for us to now best of the clothes by the Mandli standards. Those who saw Mandli in the films, they were so modestly dressed, so moderately dressed. They were never dressed like the others, absolutely bare clothes. But whatever they had the best, they had brought it to Guru Prasad, including the saris. And my mom always wore saris. So they announced, maybe Mera or Mani told someone to announce for Khurshid Khan so that she could come inside and help the Western ladies with the saris. So that is why she was called inside. But mom got her answer, nevertheless. Talking about sari, my mom always wore white sari and blouse, always, till her death. Even when the three of us got married, even for our marriage, she wore white. So once Baba asked her, Khurshid, tame hamesha white white sari peros. Mama said, Haji Baba, white peros. Now we feel, we didn't know all these years, but we feel that Mom shouldn't have said, Haji Baba, white peros. Mom should have said, Baba, tame bol, tame ke ho. Baba might have said, Ketla varas thai gaya હવે કઈ જરૂર છે પહેરવાની white? Might have said, this is all conjecture. Baba would have said, હવે તમે color પહેરો, something of that sort. But because mom said, Haji Baba, white જ પહેરો, Baba didn't say anything. Baba let her be. But I think that was a misjudgment. That's we feel, but then that's that. We can't undo it. Okay, is there anyone who would want to ask something?
If there is time, I would like to narrate my incident at this East-West gathering.
Some break in and do it, please. Please break in and do it. Please.
You see, I was myself, my brother, my dad and mom, and my kaka, kaki, and my two cousins, all of us had also gone for this East-West gathering. And we had already had the darshan in the morning. In the afternoon, when we again gotten over there for join the queue, there was an announcement made that those of you who have taken the darshans in the morning, please do not try to come in again. Let the others come in because it may start to rain, and let Baba wants others to have the darshans quickly. So my dad just pulled us out, my mom and the two of us, myself and my brother. And my kaka, Hoshan Patel, like Jimmy has mentioned, he turns around and tells Dad, what are you doing? Who's going to know that we've had darshan? And my father said, no, this is Baba's wish and we should just get out. So anyway, he made us three sit down comfortably somewhere, and he was walking around, and he somehow managed to reach the area close to the stage, and he was just looking at Baba and doing his thing and weeping or whatever. The queue moves on, and when it's time for Roshan Kaka to take darshan, Baba just turned his face away. And I do not mean to sound rude, but the phrase Hoshan Kaka used was, I felt like a lump of shit. And to make matters worse, Baba pointedly asked someone to call my father, and he was brought up, and he gave him a hug, and things moved on. This was a lesson in obedience. Thank you. Jai Baba. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy, this is Ram
Yes,
from
Ram.
Nori.
Yeah.
I just want to narrate the same story with Sam, mentioned. And same thing happened to my father as well in 1962 East-West gathering. Baba said darshan only once, So my father had his darshan, and then he went back in, the Europeans were taking, he went back in, and when even Baba looked at me, he said, he pointed his finger, I said, only once. So my father came back in and said, hey, how would he know? There are thousands of people. How is he keeping track unless he is God? So a lot of people have had such experiences. He was keeping track, who was, how many each one of them had taken his darshan, and amazing. Yeah.
Jai Baba.
That's why it's called all-knowing.
Yeah.
That's why Baba is all-knowing.
Right.
Okay, this happened that anybody else wants to say something? Okay, this happened at Guru Prasad. Only the women were invited, and it was Baba's film. They were showing Baba's film. So the film is on, and Pepsi is seated in the central hall and looking at a film. And I don't know whether you call it sixth sense, whatever you call it. She turns around and she says, Baba standing at the doorway of his bedroom. So Pepsi says, Baba on the film, and Pepsi says, Baba at the back. So she kept looking at Baba, and then Baba kind of hinted her to look in front, to look at the film, not look at him. Okay, then everyone would have possibly looked at the back. So then after a while, she did like this. So if she, whether she can see Baba's feet at least. But by that time, Baba had gone. He had gone into his room. Now, Mama had stitched Baba's sadra. The ladies would allow Babalawa ladies to stitch sadras for Baba, and Mama had stitched one sadra for Baba. And Mama was a very good cook, and she would cook for Baba as well. And I and Luda Mistri's son Merwan would get up at 6 in the morning. We had bicycles then. So, and Mom would make a list and give it to me at night, prior night. So both of us would paddle and we would go to the bazaar in the city and buy everything and bring it to Mom, and she and Luda Mistri would cook for Baba. And any one of us kids, any one of us youngsters would go and deliver the food at Guru Prasad. We wouldn't go in, we would give at the door kind of. But once someone told Pepsi to go inside and give. So she went all the way to the pantry, and Meramai was standing there, and Baba was at the pantry. So Meramai told Baba, Khorshid Khan ni dikri se Pepsi, tamaru bonu lave. So Baba nodded, that kind of a thing. Now once in a small group, Pepsi was sitting, and this happened before that. And Pepsi wondered that, does Baba know that I bring food for him? She was a teenager. Immediately Baba says, who brings the food for me? Immediately. And Pepsi's hand goes up, Baba umlaut. And Baba kind of nodded. So these are small snippets. Yeah. I haven't told you about the central hall. Let's come to the central hall. Yeah, Dilshad, go ahead.
Jimmy uncle, you earlier mentioned about Baba offering money for your education as well as when your mother got operated. Uh, but otherwise, Baba himself used to live very frugally with the monthly and very simplistically. Uh, it would be very interesting to know how he would manage these finances. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't ask for donations. So how would he manage then to be able to help people? That is one question. And you often mention Loda Mystery. So is she also Baba Mandli or somebody that
Okay, I'll take the second question first, then the first question.
sure.
No, Rhoda was not in the Mandli. Rhoda's sister was Arnavat Darachanji, Nariman's wife, Nariman Darachanji's wife. Nariman and Arnavas, I hope I'm saying it right, they were kind of semi-Mandli, or they were non-resident Mandli. What is non-resident Mandli? Non-resident Mandli are those who have green card, kind of, who can anytime go to Baba and meet Baba and even stay at Merazat. Of course, when Baba would call them, but they were kind of semi-monthly or non-resident monthly. So Arnavas was non-resident monthly, but after Nariman's death, Arnavas stayed at Merazat for the rest of her life till she died. So that's the background. But Rhoda was never a monthly. Rhoda was never a monthly.
So Rhoda was Arnavaz's sister.
Yes, one of the sisters. Nargis was another sister. But yes, the answer is yes. Okay, talking about the first question about donations. Baba operated. He just operated, and at different times there were different treasurers. At one time, Adi Irani was Baba's treasurer. And what Baba would do is, on the first of every month, Baba would give him X money. And Baba would tell him that till the next first, do not come to me. How you balance the budget? How you balance the budget is your business, not my business. Do not come to me in between asking, paisa khalas se get, 100 rupiya po, 200 rupiya po. You know, in those days, the talks were in 100 and 200. Now we talk in millions, but those were the days. And then it was a very tightrope walking for any treasurer. Let's not say only Adi Irani, any treasurer, it was an extremely tightrope walking. You know, living by the day, absolutely living by the day. And suppose they are at Guru Prasad, Baba will say, Adi kaun se, Adi ne bulao. So Adi will come and say, yes, Baba. And Baba will say, Khorshid Khan ne 300 rupiya api de. Now, in front of Baba, in front of so many, not only monthly, but outsiders, what can, I'm just saying Adi, it could be anyone. What can Adi say? He only has to say, Haji Baba. So he goes to his locker, takes out 300 rupees, scratching his head, muttering something, and he comes and gives Khorshid Khan 300 rupees. And Baba Bachao, that kind of scenario. How will I?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing. Yes, please go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Let me finish. So he's scratching his head. The monthly is scratching his head. Everybody knows that Adi has given 300 rupees. Now, how are we going to run the show? And Baba's strict orders, don't even come to me for money till the next first. Then after 5, 6, 10 days, Baba says, Adi kaun se? Adi ne bulao. So Adi comes and says, Haji Baba. Baba says, I have 300 rupiya pays laile. And someone gives 300 rupees as grace or whatever you call it. Baba accepts that and he says, Adi, I apes Sam Patel 300 rupiya pet laile. So Adi puts 300 rupees from Sam Patel in his pocket and he goes to his coffer, puts 300 rupees back. The show is on, move. So this is how Baba no garu chaltu tu. Answering your pertinent question, Baba wa koi ke paas paisa leta nahi hata. So how did it happen? Let's understand that Baba was he was God. He was God all knowing. He knew, point number one, from where the money comes. Is it clean money? You know what I mean by clean money. Is it clean money? Is this money attached to quid pro quo? Quid pro quo means તમે મને આ આપો હું તમને પેલું આપું. Okay, દુનિયામાં there is quid pro quo. It goes on and on all the time. It goes on all the time.
We keep bargaining, yeah.
If Baba felt that there is a quid pro quo, then Baba would say, Amna nahi, but then you know I don't take money. You know I don't touch money. You take it, I've taken from you. But when I call for it, you give it to me. But for the time being, you keep it with you in custody. So this way, Baba would either not take it or take it. Now, Dinah's first salary, Dinah wrote a letter to Baba that I've received my first salary. I would like to gift it to you. And I will send it with Jim Mistry, who's coming to meet you. So Baba sent a telegram or whatever. Don't send it with Jim Mistry. When you come, you give me in person. So next time when Dinah went to Baba, she gave it to him in person and Baba accepted it. My first pay was not accepted very politely. I do not know the reason. Maybe because my mother was a widow and Baba thought, whatever that reason. So I've been very clear about it, that from whom Baba took money and from Baba didn't take money. Kharban Masi, whole year she would collect coins. Whole year she would collect coins. And when she's going to meet Baba, she would convert those coins into a note of 10 rupees. I mean it, 10 rupees or 20 rupees. And she would cover it in a rumal, lady's rumal. And she would give it to Baba, covering it with her sari in a pallo, so that others would not see it. And Baba very slyly take it from her and put it in his pocket. Very, in a sense, as if nobody has seen it. Not to make a show of it. It was a very small amount. She was herself so poor, but Baba took it from her. Baba accepted it, took it from her. So I suppose I've answered your question.
Thank you so much, Jimmy uncle.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
My pleasure.
And what was the name of that Masi that you mentioned?
Kharban Masi.
Mhm.
Kharban Masi. Baba has said that in my next life, she's going to be a father. I repeat, she was a resident of Bombay, and Baba said she will be my father when I come next.
Thank you.
She was spiritually, she stayed with Baba for some time. She actually stayed with Baba for some time. I don't know where, but I've read that she stayed with Baba for some time. And there are stories and stories about Kharban Masi. She and my mother would sit on the otla and discuss. Baba only knows what they discussed. They were both of that stature, so they discussed, they talked.
Jai Baba. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yasmin Haradwala, go ahead, please.
Yasmin, you're muted.
Let's move on, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I was to unmute myself and now I can, but just curious, Jimmy, which school did you go to? Which college did you go to? And where were you living when you were with your mother?
Me or Baba?
You.
Me.
Salah.
My last years I finished from Burden US School. So that's the school. But earlier I had gone to other schools. But I finished from Burden US School at BT, and my college was HR Commerce.
What was your residence? Where were you staying in Bombay?
Yes. Do you know Sardar Pav Bhaji at Tardeo Island? Very famous. Okay, Tado depot, bus depot, Batliwala Gyari,
Yeah.
Tado bus depot,
Yeah.
just behind Tado bus depot and opposite Batliwala Gyari was a building called Adam Mahal.
Okay.
So that's where I stayed. That's where we can't stay.
Okay. Thank you. Jai
Yeah.
Baba.
Jai Baba. Now, this is my mama's stories, or rather two stories. We are Zoroastrians. We know, everybody knows that. And with Zoroastrians, we observe Nowruz, 21st March, spring equinox. The Iranis do it in a very elaborate way with 7S, seven things starting with S. They make it a very big table, but we Parsis do it in a smaller way. And Mama would also do it. So she had made Faluda on 21st March, being Nowruz, and a bowl of dry fruits and kalinga, chopped watermelons. And she takes it to Baba's table in the hall. She puts it there and she sits down and she says, Baba, please lejo, Baba khajo, Nowruz Mubarak. So sure enough, Mom sees a vision of Baba's hand coming out from the frame. It was a big frame on the table. So the hand comes out from the table, from the frame, and he picks up the Faluda glass. He puts it to his mouth and he puts it back. Then he takes the handful of dry fruits, puts it at his mouth. That's it. And Mom is a little surprised as to why Baba is not taking watermelon. So after a while, she goes to the kitchen with these three things, and she realizes that she had not removed the seeds from watermelon. Now the question is, where will Baba spit? Where will Baba spit? So that is why Baba didn't touch the watermelon. Another story, same place, same Baba's table, same Baba's frame. My mother is seated there and she's emotionally charged, and she feels that our father didn't get to meet Baba. The four of us met, but our father missed out on Baba. So Mama feels that Firoz's soul did not meet Baba. He did not even possibly even hear Baba's name. So sure enough, at that time, Baba's hand comes out from the frame. He picks up my dad's frame, which was by the side of Baba's frame, a small frame. He takes it, puts it to his chest, and puts it back. That answers that Firoz has also come to me. He has not missed out. So this way, Baba showed to our mother that he is also with me. He has come to me. So this was it. Yeah. Once I had the pleasure of meeting Baba in his bedroom, only once. I'm very happy that I did. Once Merwan and me, we were told to come in the afternoon, not knowing why we were called in the afternoon. It was a weekday, we were called in the afternoon. So we go to Guru Prasad and we are guided on the right side, wondering where are we guided, didn't know where we were going. So we entered the room and it happened to be Baba's bedroom. We didn't know. So we take our seat and Baba is sleeping on his cot. His sadra is picked up. His shorts are little lower to his hip. And Goyer auntie is giving him ultraviolet rays because of his hip injury. And it pains, it really pains. It becomes real hot on your skin. So after a while, Baba says, please take it. Goyer says, give me a minute. Baba, I'll close it after 1 minute. So after a while, Baba again says, put it off, it's burning me, put it off. And finally, go ahead, puts it off. And the second thing is, Merwan Dubas, Rhoda and Adi Dubas's son, Merwan Dubas, who is roughly my age, he was reading newspaper to Baba. That also I saw for the first time. So what Merwan would do is, he would read the headline and Baba would say, move on, go ahead, read. So he would read a few lines and Baba would say, skip it, go to the next column, next line, next column. So this went on for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Then he came to the last page. Last page in those days was sports page. So that was read quite comfortably. Baba was more interested in sports. So that is put aside. And then the joke session. I've enjoyed joke session with Baba. So Ilcha Mistry from Shimla and Baba's brother Jal. You know, to crack jokes is a talent. And you should be inborn as someone who can crack jokes. And otherwise nobody laughs. You look like a fool. But these two guys were top of the rung. They were beautiful. And they would take turns. Once Jal cracks a joke and everybody laughs and Baba laughs, and then Elcha takes over. He makes everybody laugh. He makes Baba's laugh. And sometimes Baba would put his hand on his mouth and one hand on his tummy. His tummy is shaking and about to stop it, enough, stop it. And everybody had a gay time, but only men. Sorry, no offense to women. Only men, only boys and men were there. So I saw one pelu of Baba's life in Baba's bedroom. Some it's 56 now.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. There's
No, I would like to reserve the big two stories for the future whenever. So I'll stop here. It's time for RT.
No, Jimmy, I was wondering where your photographs and slides were.
I don't know. I don't.
No, you told Janice to show some.
Yeah. I thought she was showing. I don't know.
I can, uncle. I can show them now.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Now let's start with the RT. I'm kind of finished with. I want to reserve two big stories because that will take half an hour. Sometimes in future, sometimes I can share.
We can easily go on, Jimmy, for half an hour.
No. Okay, I'll tell one more story.
Yeah, go ahead.
My mama owned a shop called Coronet. And my mom was, I won't say she was working there. She was not an employee of her brother, but kind of a very loose form of partnership was there. But he was the boss, whatever it is. Her younger brother was the boss because he owned the whole shop. My mom had almost no say in the shop. And every summer, my mother would say, his name was Pesi. My mother would say, Pesi Babina Puna Javas, Babina Puna Javas. Now that got his goat. He didn't like the idea. He wanted someone of the family to be there, kind of, that kind of a thing. In his absence, he would come only in the evening. So in his absence, someone has to be kind of whatever, keep an eye on what. So one summer, 2 summers, 3 summers, and he couldn't take it anymore. Every year, Khorshid takes two months. It's not 2 weeks. It is 2 months leave and disappears to Baba and Pune and whatnot. So he told Hossan Patel that this time let Khorshid come. We were already at Pune at that time. Let Khorshid come and I'm going to have it out with her. It is either Baba or Coronet. The name of the shop was Coronet. So let her decide. I am now done with it. So Hossan Patel naturally came to meet Baba at Guru Prasad. They would come on weekends with Sam's father, Eretsa, and Sam's family also. So he told my mom, Hossan told my mom that Khorshid, jara baji bagri gaili che, you be careful. he's going to lash it out at you, and you will have to decide whether it is Baba or Coronet. Now, my mom must have been upset as a human being. She must have been upset because that was the only place from where our bread, butter, and jam came from, and she had no other income except coming from the shop. But she had decided what she was going to answer. So the vacation is over. We come to Bombay. The first day she goes to Coronet, and her brother comes, and not a word is said. So mom thought that there are clients, there are customers. So he's waiting for the customers to go. So 7:30, it's time to close the shop, and the customers are gone. So mom thought that now he will lamblast me. Then he didn't say a word, and the lights are off, the shutters are down. So mom thought that he is waiting for me to sit in his car, and in the car he'll lash out at me. Because every night, Pesi Mama would give my mother a lift from Girgam to Tardev. Then he would go to Dadar, Parsi colony. So mom thought that in the car he will lash out at me. So the car moves on from Girgam to Tardev. Then she thought that when the car stops, maybe he doesn't want to get excited when he's driving. When the car stops, that time he will blast me. And the car stopped. They both said good night. The door was closed and mom came home. Nothing happened. See, when you leave all to him, he dare not, care not.
Wow. Wow, Jimmy. Wow.
Yes. Once, yeah, Dilshad.
Go ahead, Dilshad, unmute yourself.
Jimmy uncle, did your mother share with you what answer she had prepared?
I beg your pardon, please.
You just now mentioned that your mom had decided what she would reply once Pesi Mama would scold her and tell her to select between Baba and him. So had your mom shared with you? I mean, she must have prepared some answer.
No, frankly, we didn't know about this development. We didn't know about development, and common sense tells us that mom didn't want to disturb the children by this story. So this was never shared with us for years on end. We never knew this. We never knew this, what mom was going through. We never knew this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I was seated in front of Baba, and Merwan Mistry was next to me. And Baba is pointedly asking the two of us, do you visit Pune Center? And we looked at each other. We said, no, Baba, we don't go. So Baba said, go and visit. So we had this cycle. In Pune, everyone was on cycle. So we had this cycle. We asked 100 people because we had never gone to that side of the city. Finally, we go there, we sit there, we come back. And naturally, next time Baba is asking us, did you go there? Did you go to the center? And we say, yes, Baba, we did. Then he said, what was it like? How was it like? And I said, Baba, everything was in Marathi. We didn't understand a word. Even the songs were in Marathi. So in those days, we never learned Marathi. Today you learn Marathi, but in those days, I learned French and Persian. So Marathi was foreign to my ears. So Baba said, it's okay, let it be. Then he similarly asked Mom and Ruda Mistry that do you go to Pune Center? Go to Pune Center. So they go to Pune Center, and on return, they were in a tuk-tuk auto rickshaw, and something happened. It kind of turned sideways, and everyone was thrown out. And Fortunately, mercifully, nobody was injured badly. So that's that. Now, when they came back to Mobo's hotel, they realized that Rhoda had dropped the wallet or purse on the road, and that was the end of it. So the whole night, Rhoda agitated. She had carried some money she had collected the whole year. They were also middle class, absolute middle class family. But whole year she had collected small money to give it as a gift to Baba. So this rankled her the whole night, that the purse I wanted to give to Baba, that's gone. So the next time she goes to Baba, Baba tells her, Mane Malegyo, Mane Malegyo. Baba is telling her, Mane Malegyo. Effectively, what Baba said was, what was in your heart, I have received it. So Rhoda got her answer. Yes, Mayor.
Jimmy uncle, when your mom had her uncle never told her, or her brother never told her about this, about coronet, huh? Didn't she tell Baba about it? Did she talk to Baba about this?
I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know about it. Maybe
Okay.
maybe she did. Maybe she did talk to Mera and Mani and the Women Monthly,
Huh.
because she was very close, very, very close. Maybe she shared this story with the Women Monthly. I'm sure she must have.
And they must have spoken.
Yeah, they must have
That's
related to
why.
Baba. Yeah, they must have related to Baba. Okay, Mehnaz was with us a couple of Thursdays back, and most of you were there. And this story, after 55 years, I'm hearing from Mehnaz, which I never knew and my sisters never knew, that when Mehnaz, that is Gulna's daughter, when her Navjat was to take place, Baba told Mera and Mani to tell Gulnar. Gulnar is Saurabh Rustam's sister, elder sister. She's no more. That tell Gulnar to get the dress done through corset from Coronet.
Yeah, she did mention that.
I will.
And she did say that it was the most beautiful dress. So your mom, through Baba,
I'll-
gave her the most
yeah.
beautiful dress. Yes.
I'll never forget this. I never knew this till she mentioned, and then she shared her photo in that dress. And she said that not only Khoshadanti gave me dress, but she gave me a purse, baby's on a Navjat baby, and a silver topi.
Wow.
And the women Monday took that whole set to Baba, showed it to Baba, ki Mehnaz na kapra hai. Baba touched them and gave them back. And Mehnaz came to Baba wearing this dress and topi and purse, and Baba performed the Navjot. It's so nice to hear that, so nice. So Baba pointedly referred to Khurshid Khan and Coronet.
Yeah, but Coronet is a very famous shop, Jimmy. It is one of the most prestigious shops in Bombay. And all. Saris.
And if you ask me what was your mama's business in Coronet, she would make hand embroidered sari. She would make hand embroidered sari. She had a karkhana where the karigars would do this job, and that hand embroidered sari were talk of the town. Only the brides wore them. So, and the half profit went to mama and half profit went to my mama, because it was sold in mama's shop. So that's how we live, on that share of profit.
As Yasmin mentioned, Coronet, even though I did not grow up in Mumbai, was very famous among the Parsi community, even in Gujarat. So all weddings and even my Naujot dress and my family members, we've heard of Coronet and got from there only. This
Wow.
was associate that.
Wow. Wow.
Gujarat Parsi is also Coronet. Jaine lagan ne Naujot na kapra levana.
Okay, Sam, my time is up.
Okay.
Jimmy
Janice,
uncle, can I
hold on, everybody. I would like Janice to display a few pictures and Jimmy speak a few words on those pictures. Please.
Yeah,
This
that's
is Kaushik Khan,
yeah. Her white,
his mother.
sorry. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, you will see a few photographs. These photographs are touched by Baba and the women Monday gave either to my mom or my sisters. So these photographs are touched by Baba. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this is one of the this is a Dinah's story. This is Dinah's story. Once the way Baba did not find me seated there, Baba did not find Dinah seated in front of him. So Baba asked Mama, where is Dinah? So Mama said, Baba, she's at Bombay. So why is she not here? So he tells Iraj, no, here it says Mama. Anyway, he said, send a telegram to Dinah to come immediately and she should be here tomorrow morning. So Mama sent a telegram saying that Baba wants to see you tomorrow morning. You come immediately. So she takes Deccan Queen, which used to start from Bombay in the evening. And naturally, next day morning, she's in front of Baba. And Baba looks at her, nods, and says, now stay put. Stay put means away to Hejrejes, Atina. Now, Dinah was flummoxed before because she thought that Baba wants to tell me something, that's why I'm called. So she didn't bring even one pair of clothes, not even one. So she plucked up courage and she said, "But Baba, હું કપડા નથી લાવી, મારી પાસે કઈ બી કપડા નથી." Baba said, "Go and get it and come back." So she comes home, she comes to Bombay, packs a bag, she comes back to Pune, and the next time she's in front of Baba and she stayed for the summer. So that is this. Baba wants to see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Await your arrival tonight by oh yes, it's a Deccan Queen. Await your arrival tonight by Deccan Queen. Yeah, next. Yeah, that's mom. This is at Mirazad. This is Mira. This is mom. And okay, let's move. Yeah, this is Bepsi. Next to Mamba on Mamba's right is Bepsi. Right now, Bepsi is in Parsi General Hospital, fighting a life and death situation. She's not in good shape. Yeah, next. Yeah, how thin she was. Okay, go ahead, next. Yeah, this is a very nice picture, very, very nice picture. And is my cursor moving there? I don't think. Is my cursor moving there? No. Okay, never mind. The one who is taking notes is Dr. Hosang Barucha. The one who is taking notes standing. On the left is Dolly Dastu's brother Philly. On Philly's left, he was a young boy then. On Philly's left is Aloba. On the right of Doctor is, one second, I'm sorry. Mirji Karkaria. That small man, I don't know, but one with specs is Mirji Karkaria. On his right are Sorab and Rustam. Then we go down, the lady with a sari around her head is Maharani of Baroda. Then on, this is Pukar. The one who is bending down, the guy who is bending down is Pukar, and he's covering Kishan Chand Gajwani. Kishan Chand Gajwani was the vice president, the founding vice president of Bombay Center. The man in silver hair backing us is Adi Irani, and on Adi's left is Eraj Jasawala. So these are these are the people, quite a nice, and there are quite a number of ladies at the back. Okay, we can move. Dolly from Pune, who used to be a volunteer. Okay. Now some mama would on their birthday or on some good occasion, mama would send a birthday gift in the form of an envelope, ke tum log ko kai khajo, or whatever it is. So this says your luck gift for my birthday. Okay. Oh, this is for Mer Baba, from Mer Baba. It says your luck gift for my birthday has reached me. My love and blessings to you, Raina, Jimmy, Pepsi. Stop. Mera sends a love for the lovely gift. So this is from Merabad. Okay, next. Yeah, this is for Dinah and Manchi's wedding. Hearty felicitations to dear Dinah Manchi. We wish them happy married life. With love and blessings from Avatar Mer Baba. Happy wedding and love to you all. Mera Mani Mera Zad. Mandle. Yeah, next. Yeah, this was, they had a lot of trouble with water at Merabad and Merazad. So this is an appeal letter for the water. But I think this letter says, thank you for your donation. We have received enough donation and the project is completed. I'm not reading it right now, but as I recollect, it says that I think it says that we thank you for your donation. Next. Yeah. This is when I finally passed my CA exam. So this is a kind of a congratulation letter from Money Auntie. Yeah, this is
Shall I move further? Okay.
Sorry?
Shall I move ahead?
Yeah, please. No.
You want me to zoom this? One.
Yes. This is also about some gift. No, sorry. This is for my, this is for, I think, Parizad's Navjot. I think this is for Parizad's Navjot.
This says your loving letter to Mani was received. Happy news of another precious gift to you and dear Firuza from your beloved Meher Baba.
Yeah. This is when Firoz was born in 84.
Okay.
This is when Firoz was born in 84. Yeah, it's that. You can move.
Ji.
You can move. This is from Erech uncle. Anyway, I think we'll this is invitation card for Firoz's Navjot. Next.
Okay.
They're acknowledging it.
Uncle, you want to read this?
No. They had sent some tablets for Dinah. They take these tablets and
okay,
etc. Yes, same. It had come from Goher.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from Erech. I don't know what it says, but we can skip it. Yeah, skip it. Goher auntie. This is for Mama. She was disturbed at that time. So there was a letter from Merazat saying, don't ignore your food and take your food regularly. Don't worry about the children. Don't neglect children, because if you neglect them, he feels neglected in them. I repeat, because if you neglect them, he feels neglected in them. So he says that don't neglect your children. Mom must have been very disturbed. So this is to kind of emotionally proper up. Next. Yeah,
This is the same thing.
yeah, it says that Baba has ordered you to do few things, so you must do it and that will not disappoint him. Yeah, ordered is underlined. See, ordered, the word ordered is underlined. Baba has ordered you to do. There are no doubts that you will do. Okay, next.
I like the address there. It says Eraj, care of Avtar Meher Baba and Ahmednagar. Enough. Whole world should know it. Go ahead, Janice.
Yeah, you can skip it. Next. Next. Yeah, next. So go to previous letter, sorry. Yeah, I think this is, I read couple of words and see, this is when Diana had written that I want to come and give you my first salary. So on the second page, can you zoom on the second page? Baba wants you. No, it's okay. It's okay. It says Baba wants you to come to Pune for darshan till November 67. He does not want you to send your first pay through Jim Uncle. So it says he has already received it immediately, the thought of it. So in short, it says that when you come next, you give it to me personally. Don't send it with Jim Mystery. Yeah, next. Yeah, maybe same letter. Yeah, now whenever in a family wedding or birthday, we would send, see, it says 201. That mom had said, I'll be sending 201 rupees. I'm talking about 55 years ago, sending 201 rupees was a big feast for the whole monthly. So it just says, thank you for your loving letter and your gift. We will enjoy the wedding feast at Merazat on that day. Okay, next. Yeah, this is for Diana and Manchi's wedding. Next. Yep, they wanted some details about pleaders' dates, which mom had helped. So they thanked her for helping them with pleaders. Some dates they wanted about pleader. Next. Yeah, next. Yeah, this is in response to the New Year greetings that Dinah or Mama had sent. Next. Yeah, photo touched by Baba. Yeah, this is, now I don't know which Jal they are talking about. It can't be Baba's brother. I don't know which Jal they are, this is 74. But I'm sorry, I don't know which Jal they are talking about. Mom must have given some information about Charles' health. So this is the letter. Next. Next. Yeah, next. Yeah, this is the receipt for donation for water. Yeah, it says water facility. Next. Yeah, mommy had sent 1,000 rupees. So this is a thank you note. Yeah, this is when mom expired. They had sent a very lovely, Goher had signed this. This is a Goher's writing. And she says everything will be well, not to worry. He says in his compassion to his Baba has taken his beloved in his bosom. Now she is resting peacefully in his arms. Okay, this is the last letter. Yeah, Janice.
Yes, uncle, this was the last one.
Is there anything else you have?
No, this is the last.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Jimmy, thanks for rushing through all this, but we won't let you go so easily if you promise to come back again the next time with some more details, because it was such a pleasure. You took us down the memory lane and almost created the atmosphere that existed during Guru Prasad days, etc., etc. I have my own personal interactions with your mom, Kaushid auntie, which I will also save it for the next time when you come around. So if anybody has any question, can you ask briefly, or we go on to the Aarti by Parent Jasumani?
Sam uncle, just one question to Jimmy uncle. Just one.
Go ahead, quickly.
One of the letters stated in which Baba was congratulating you for becoming CA. At the bottom, it was also mentioned congratulations to Cyrus to be posted as a branch manager. Is that Cyrus Kambata?
Yes.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you, Jimmy uncle. And thank you for sharing it all.
Right.
Jimmy uncle, next time please talk to us about the Laris game that you used to play with Baba.
Right.
Last time you had mentioned.
See a magic, Dilshad.
Yes, uncle.
A magician always keeps his big magics for the curtains, for the last moment.
Okay, so that will be the finale then.
Yes.
Okay, Perrin, maybe. Thank you, Jimmy, for coming over and sharing with us.
Pleasure.
On behalf of all of us, what can I say?
Thank you will suffice.
No, that is for you, but for Baba, we are ever so grateful that he creates this kind of opportunities for us all to spend this fleeting moments of an hour and a half, whatever, in his remembrance without any other thought crossing our mind. And that, my dear friends, is the best kind of meditation that one could ever think of. Kar Meher Baba ki jai.
I was about to say meditation in action. I was about to say.
See, now I can telepathic, Jai Baba. Parent Jasumani, are you ready?
I'm ready. I hope you all are ready too.
Of course we are.
Avtar mein Baba ki jai. Pujave nare jalate ye kare sud ratne parma cheladi ash bhakto ne ke pache nure I am जाना जात सीवा एक कई तो मेहरबानी तुझे माँ विहती कतनो दुआशी दीन आरती तुझे बड़ी याए बहतर मार कतनो कोई तूफान हम खुदाना प्रेमनो प्यालो पिलाई मस्त हमने कर से तुझ पर जान सबके साथिया से पैनाती हमारी नाव पर बस ये करावे तो हमें कहिए हमारा ना खुदाए मेहर बाबा चाहिए हमारा ना खुदाए मेहर बाबा चाहिए जावे नार जल रत्न फरमाती चलाही आश बरसों के बख्शे मेरे अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
Thank you, everybody. All I'd like to say as a happy note is take Baba with you and keep him always in your heart. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
बाबा की जय
जय
जय बाबा
जय बाबा जय बाबा
Jai Baba. Janice,
Yes, uncle.
Dukan Ban,
जी
thank you.
Jimmy uncle, thank you so much
Yes.
for your sharing. Thank you, Baba.
Always a pleasure. We are a
Yeah.
family. We are a family.
Yes.
Yes, indeed we are, Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Jimmy uncle will pray for your sister. I did just now also ask Baba to be with her.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jai Baba.
जय बाबा
So, uncle, should I end the meeting?
Yes, please.
Everybody stay safe. Take care. Baba ne ke baad.
Baba,
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
जय